Hello, beautiful one.
Hi, how
How are
are you,
you?
Wendy? Good to see you.
Oh, thank you. It's great to see you as well.
Yeah, how have you been? You look fabulous. Oh my
Thank
goodness, look
you.
at you.
I am
You
fabulous.
look you look amazing. You're glowing.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're so
yeah.
sweet. I receive all of that goodness.
Oh, as you should, as you should.
You,
Yeah.
yes, everything is really amazing. I have
Awesome.
been in France and in Scotland with clients, which was so great, and had plans to
Amazing.
return to France mid-August in anticipation of my next group. And while I was there last, realized why am I staying at home for a month? When I made all these travel plans, which are very expansive and fabulous and a
Yeah.
lot, I didn't know that we were going to have a house there. So
Ah,
now that we have the house, it's so fun. So I should be there. And my
right.
daughter is coming with me, and we're flying through London. So we are getting our Harry Potter
Amazing.
on, and that will be fun. And she hasn't seen the house yet, so I'm super excited. And then she's going to fly home by herself.
And you're going to stay. I love it. How old's your daughter?
12.
Oh, she's 12. She's a little, oh, how
Yes,
fun. Oh, fun age.
she's so cute.
Oh my gosh, how exciting for her
Yes,
too. That's a big deal. Flying home
yeah,
alone, going to
I
Europe
know.
with mom, London. Oh my gosh.
It's so fun. So when I asked
Amazing.
if she, do you want to come? Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, well,
Yeah.
you have to fly home by yourself
Hmm.
because I need to stay for my
Hmm.
client.
Hmm.
So I said, do you feel like you're available for that?
Yeah.
And she paused and then she said, is there a lounge? I said, yes, there is. She goes, okay, I'll be
I'll
fine
be
then.
fine. I'll
'Cause
be fine.
I don't really like when we have to wait by the door. So,
She sounds like my daughter. That's hilarious. Sounds like my children.
right? I love
Mom,
that.
so funny. I
I
know.
love
Oh, I'm
that
so
she
happy for
knows.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
No,
love that she
totally.
knows that's an option and it's the
That's
option
right.
she prefers and that she can ask
Yes.
for what she wants. And
Yes.
I love that for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Oh,
So
thank you.
cool.
Yeah. So we've
Awesome.
now, instead of being home for 30 days, I'm
Yeah.
home for 9 days.
Okay.
And there's just a couple of them left. So I have been,
Yeah.
you know, I'm being slow with my words because I was
Yeah.
about to say I feel incredibly productive
Yeah.
because, I had a list, but I'm also trying to move away from words that are more of a conditioning response because then what happens when
Yep.
I'm not productive? Now am I
Yep.
less? So what I
Absolutely.
would like to switch that word to is focused. So
Nice.
I'm very focused on the tasks that need to be accomplished before I
Yes.
leave because I am also not coming home for 3 months.
Right. Yes.
So that's also fun. And
Yes.
in my planning brain and calendar brain, it's almost Thanksgiving because I don't come home till the middle of October.
Sure. Understandably.
So
Yes.
it's
Makes
like,
total
oh,
sense.
okay, all of my ducks are in a row and my fall cleanup landscapers are all booked. And so
Amazing.
it is feeling like a lot,
Yeah.
but there's this, for me, energizing momentum to getting so much done so that
Yeah.
when I come back, I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't,
You're creating by your focus right now, you're creating more space for you later. Yeah, I feel you. And think
which is,
about how great it's going to be just when you leave in a
yeah.
couple days. You're
Mhm.
going to have created this, you can really be in your experience in Europe for the next few months, right? That's awesome.
And that is like what you said about creating space and creating
Yeah.
margin. is
Yeah.
what going back in a couple of days is doing, because I
Yes.
typically, I look at when are my clients going to be there, and I want to arrive a couple days ahead so that
Right.
I'm ready,
Yep.
and I want to just be there.
Sure.
But
Acclimate, get used to the, yeah.
but there's also a sense of not rush, not urgency, but the water's already moving pretty fast in this river once
Totally.
I get
Makes
there.
sense.
And
Yeah.
so I love that I'm going to be available to accept furniture deliveries and meet
I
with
love
contractors and
it. Oh
painters,
yeah.
and
Oh, you're gonna
also
have,
go
oh,
to the
that's
beach.
so
Yeah.
cool. Oh my gosh. Well, you're really, yeah, that's beautiful. You're appreciating that shift from, yeah, and you're building, right? So you're seeing like, oh my gosh, now I'm at this phase. I get to do this now.
Right?
Yeah, good
And
for
that
you.
I
Beautiful.
created it,
Yes, you created it and
which
you're
is
still
so
creating it.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
ooh,
you're so
what
inspiring. I
else are
love
we
it.
gonna
I'm so glad I
create?
met you because you're further along clearly, like in your dreaming, but it's very similar dreams. Just I was just talking to my
Ah,
daughter who's 10 about
uh-huh.
how next summer I really hope and plan to take both my children. We have a place in Montpellier. My good friend lives there, and he has a huge 7-bedroom home that he just
Fantastic.
built with his husband, and they have twins that are my daughter's age, and he keeps telling me to come, and this summer I couldn't swing it. I had too much
Okay.
going on, but anyway, all to say, and she says like, oh well, can we go to Paris or can we go to London? And
Eh,
so I'm always thinking like, yes, the answer is always yes. And then
yes.
I come into contact with the fear of, oh God, what if it's not a yes? And then the
Mm,
process.
I
So I have
do.
to like, yeah. So it's beautiful to see you like realizing
Yes.
and realized in this kind of specific thing that I really am also planning to create. So it's
And
just
moving
like
toward, yes.
towards,
And what I
yes,
can tell you from this vantage point, what my
yes,
experience has been, that, oh, that fear, like, oh, okay, what did I just say yes to? What's happening?
yeah,
That really goes away.
yeah,
Really, like, we know what we focus on grows. So
yes,
just like leaning into the yes is
yeah,
what creates the solutions that are going to come up in the planning process. It's
yeah,
not even, I don't need to give attention to the fear so that I make sure I have the solutions that I need. No, I
exactly.
give my attention to the yes, and things are always
And the
working out for
solutions will
me.
present.
They
Yes,
do.
they
And
do.
yes, there are things that require solutions. Like, this is not
Absolutely.
just, oh,
Yeah,
now I, bought a chateau in France and then wings
right.
popped out of my back
Of
and I just
course.
fly there whenever I want. No, I still am managing details and who's going to feed the cat and all this
Exactly.
stuff.
You're still
But
showing up in the life,
yeah,
but you're yes, exactly.
right. And available for the solution, because
Yeah,
the energy of the question and the energy of the solution are not the same. So
right.
when I am focused on, well, obviously
That's so
this is a
true.
yes. So of course, a solution already exists for everything. Do I need to spin out on what time the Uber is going to pick me up,
On the
and
question, I
how
love that.
sometimes they
The
don't
energy
like to
is
come all the
different.
way down the driveway and I have to
Yeah.
message them, and
Right. And what if they
like,
miss
oh my
me? And then,
word,
yeah. Yeah. No,
really?
I'm
That's how
telling
I
you.
want to spend my time? No, thank
Trust
you.
me. Trust me. I almost are we being recorded by the
Oh
way right
yeah,
now?
it's good
Great. I was
stuff.
gonna say I hope so
Good
because
stuff.
like we just dove right in. No
That's
no
right.
surprise.
That's right.
But so I was gonna say my ex-husband who I do adore him. I will
Yeah.
say we get along wonderfully as
Oh, that's
co-parents
such
and
a
divorced.
gift.
And I do adore him, to be honest. I understand why I married him and I understand why we had children. And when I look at my children, they remind me so much of him constantly, but it's actually made me have so much more understanding for him that I
Oh,
didn't have when I was
right.
married to him. And,
Oh, I love
and,
that for you.
and
And you don't want to
also,
put your wedding ring back on just because you
totally.
got
And I can
concussion. Yeah.
exactly. And he's married to an amazing woman, so it's all
Yeah.
good, so that's not even but also I can recognize, and so when you were talking about the energy of the question being different than the energy of the answer, I've never heard that and I love that. I'm going to start using that more. Is he was always the guy that was all the what ifs. What if
Yep.
this goes wrong?
Same.
And he's also the I should have guy. And I
Mhm.
couldn't
Yeah.
I knew on a visceral reflexive level that I'm too sensitive and too highly strung to live like that.
Yes.
And
It's
that wasn't
exhausting.
that is not where I can thrive. And
Yeah.
so I didn't have the language or the understanding
Yeah.
years ago, but I sensed that. It was a big, I was always like more of the yes, and we'll figure it out.
Totally.
And he was more the practical one, if you
Right.
will.
Oh,
But
yes. No,
yeah,
it
and
was the
so
same. It was the same for
okay.
me. And he
Yeah.
was very skilled at worst case scenario.
Yes.
And it made him really great at his job.
hmm
He was in corporate finance. He was
Yep.
always
My ex as well.
predicting the
Yes.
future, but it's like a super terrible future that
It's
he's
sort of dark
predicting.
and
It's,
sad and
yeah. Ugh. No
tiny in
wonder
many
you,
ways. Yeah.
right, because it has to fit also in an Excel cell, a little
Right.
spreadsheet. It
Tiny
has to go
box.
here. Right. So it really I see you in that and know firsthand it's a heavy lift because it's not just from where we are to what we want. When we're in close relationship with somebody like that, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me dig a super deep hole and
Yeah.
then get in the hole and
Yeah.
then talk about this thing that I want that
That's
I was
right.
already closer before I even brought you into it. And now I'm way
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
It's
fun.
interesting. So, hindsight's 2020. Now I'm very aware of when I speak to a man, you know, I'm always sort of noticing, is he a no guy or is he, and it's funny, or a yes guy, I was going to say. And it's funny because, um, again, just saying kindly, again, and closing that loop with my ex again, no judgment. Like, it's not,
Observation, just
yeah,
observation.
yeah. And I actually, when I was with him, and I still think of him as a very upbeat, he's not the no guy. He's
Yeah, yeah,
actually loves travel and
yeah,
he was great at planning our trips. So he is the yes guy
right.
also. And I've noticed now, like when I do meet with men and I just boom, it's like my radar is so much more honed in. Their energetic sort of response to not just the words, but sort of, yeah, I can tell if there's someone who sort of lives in a sad little box or if they live in a more expansive baseline. And I know that like that's where I have been working to build
Yeah.
and cultivate. And so it's too important for me to partner with
Yes.
friends, business, certainly romance,
Yeah.
someone who just doesn't have that capacity or frame, lens, whatever you want to call it,
Yes.
just
Exactly.
different.
Yes.
So yeah, and
Yeah.
anyway,
I
but
love
it's
that for
just
you
interesting.
and I echo it
Yeah,
right. I
yeah.
and I do respect, I know it's not what we're going to talk about today, but I do respect the language that we now have to describe our experience with these men whom their yes was a result of their research
hmm
that like at least for
Yes.
mine he was a super researcher and so
Ditto.
when he came to his yes he had all the facts to
Reasons why.
back it up and
Yes.
so then it could be a yes and that was great
Yes.
and but possibility that was not in the lexicon, but
Exactly.
probability, like probability
Yeah.
and how this is going to play out, and and I just didn't ever subscribe to that, but those were more internal
Yeah.
conversations I was having with myself.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
then once I found my voice and
Yes.
then used my voice and then heard my voice
Yes.
as I was using it, then I
Beautiful.
was like, the reasoning that was presented to me was no longer compelling
Yeah. And you
because
start, yeah. And you start, I love that. I love that example you just gave. It was so beautiful. And I was going to say, and you start, you use you hear your voice, right? You recognize that you are you're at minimum co-creating,
oh,
you are actually the driver, and that words and declarations and yes, you have to do the things. You have to deal with the Uber driver. You have to deal with
right,
the things, the showing up in the actual life. You don't
right,
just arrive in this place. It's the work.
yeah.
But you realize yeah, it's not necessarily, he might like probability, and that's cool. That's totally
It makes him
cool.
feel safe, which
And
I love
you
that for
like
him,
possibility, you
which
like
makes me feel
possibility,
safe.
and
And I
you are
love that for
co-creating
me.
more of it all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What's
beautiful.
fascinating, and I'm certain you're watching this in your kids as well,
Yeah.
how they're learning to navigate these two environments that are very different.
Yep.
And of course, we learn that in our adulthood. And we
Yes.
work with different people and we're in dorms with different people and all of these things. But
Yeah.
to watch it while she still lives at my house the majority of the time is
Yep.
really fascinating. And to see the maturity and the knowing that she
Mm.
has is just inspiring. I love
Amazing.
it. And she's so
Amazing.
good at, she'll ask me, can you ask him not to do that, please?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, I can't. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I know how irritating it is, and I don't
Yes.
expound on that because
Right.
that's not fair. But
Yes.
I say I realize how irritating that is.
Yep.
My suggestion is, if you don't want him to look at your stuff, don't take your iPad to his house.
Right.
Which is like, well, can't I change the password? Nope, because
Right.
we're your parents and we have your passport and we have your
Yeah.
passwords. So
Yes.
that rule is the
Yeah.
hard and fast. But so
Yes.
she's decided. She's like, I don't like this and I can't control your behavior.
Yep.
So I'm going to do what I need to do to not give you the opportunity
That's
to do the
right.
thing I don't like. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Well,
You're right.
I didn't learn that at 12 or
Right.
52. So
Yeah, no kidding. I think I was about 52 when I learned that.
yeah, I
We
think
were
I
late
just learned it
bloomers.
from
Hey, better
her.
late than never. Totally. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Having the double of the two homes
Yeah,
definitely expedites some learnings, right?
right.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, and yeah, I'm just fascinated.
Yeah. Aw.
I was just talking to a friend yesterday, of how, of course, this wasn't my plan to parent a 12-year-old in my late 50s, but wow, what a gift.
Yeah.
What
I
an absolute,
know.
because I
I
actually know
know.
things now.
I
And I get to,
know.
like, it's
You get to
so
talk about them
good.
with her, and also you kind of get to live them yourself like you're a
Right.
12 year
I'm
old.
reparenting myself
Totally. I
while
do
I'm
that
parenting her.
constantly. Who knew? I get to yeah, right. We
Yeah.
get to sort of have a second opportunity to experience parts of our own inner childhood, you
Right.
know? And I mean, I experience, the dark sides as well, where
Mm,
act like a 10-year-old instead of the 54-year-old mom,
right?
and then I apologize and I talk about it with her and I say,
Yes.
yeah, I was feeling hurt and I was feeling this and I'm sorry. And that wasn't okay for me to snap at you. Like I'm the
Right.
mom, and so we work it through together. And, you
Exactly.
know, I sometimes feel embarrassed that she seems like wiser and more mature
Yep.
than me, but it's like it's a safe space, and I
Totally.
know
And
that
she's,
she's learning too and she
of
loves me
course.
and but yeah, it's sort of
But I
sweet.
think, like,
Yeah.
I don't remember having conversations like that with my mom.
Oh God, no.
So I
Gosh,
think
no.
that's so great for what just is their normal. I mean, like the
Absolutely.
lounge, staying in the lounge is normal. Like, and having these
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
I just had this experience with her on Saturday. She was playing video games with a friend, and then I said to her, "Why don't you just ask Evangeline if she wants to come over?" Because she lives
Yeah.
like three houses away. So
Right. You can
she's
play
like,
here in
"Oh, okay,
person.
okay." So
Yeah.
then she came over, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and they were downstairs, and I could hear them, and they were playing video games
Yeah.
with each other,
Yeah.
but on the screen. And
Yeah.
I like thought, "Oh, that's interesting." And
Yeah.
then I was thinking, "Oh, that's interesting that I'm having a very hard time with this.
Yeah.
And I do not like this. And what don't I like about
What's
this?
going
Ooh,
on? Yeah.
I think I don't like that if somebody knew this was happening, they would think that I'm not a good mom. I'm
Oh,
like,
totally.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
I know that
this is
one.
not her
I know
work.
that
This is
one.
my work. So I
Totally.
invited them. I was like, ladies, listen, I'm having a really hard time up here.
Yeah.
And Amelia's like, "What's up,
Ah.
mom?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm having a really hard time. Like, don't act like you don't know." Like, it's like
Yeah.
I am trying so hard not to care
Yeah.
that you guys are playing video games sitting on the couch, and I
Yeah.
need your help because the
Yeah.
story that I am telling myself about this is not nice to any of us.
Right.
So, um,
Yes. Beautiful.
Evangeline, are you thinking, why in the world did Amelia invite me over here if all we're going to do is look at a screen? And she
Yeah.
said, no.
No.
And I was like, oh, okay, good. And do you think that I'm a bad mom? Like, while we're at it, like, do you
Totally.
think
My
I'm a
bad
bad
mom.
mom? She's like, no. Like,
No.
that's a weird question. Whatever,
Love
lady.
it.
And then Amelia said to me, like, totally zero emotion, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of spinning on the inside. She's like, Mom, can't we just be two people in a room on screens?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Let me get back to you on that. Like, I
Yeah.
think so. Are you okay being two people in a room on
Yeah.
screens? Because I'm gonna get there because it had nothing to like I can parent. Like I'm not going
Yeah.
to let her parent, but I desire to parent from wisdom, not
Yeah.
from trigger.
Yes, exactly. I agree. I mean, it's always the way to go. I mean, 100% of the time. So that's a good conclusion.
Good
And
awareness.
I love that you shared that story. I was thinking this is one worth, I'm glad you brought it up. This is a goodie. Because boy, do we know the bad mom guilt, Am I a bad mom? And then I had a friend once say, Romy, bad moms don't wonder if they're bad
Not
moms. And I was
exactly.
like, that's true, but it's still a spectrum. I was like, no,
Right?
but yeah, and that's my biggest guilt. And I go crazy with my children. I get like, and I talk to them about it. I go, I feel like a total failure as a mother, and this is not, I'm not proud of this behavior. This is when I've
Sure,
been
sure, sure.
asking them
Yeah.
both 17 times to finish getting ready so we can get out of the house and go do an
Mhm.
outing for God's sake.
Right.
A
Yeah.
2 to 3
Because it's
hour
summer.
outing. Yes.
The
Before it
sun
gets
is
to be
out.
100 degrees and we can walk and move and be together and breathe air and I don't know, get some food. Pretty
Right?
fun, basic stuff, but it's like pulling teeth, right? To get
Yeah.
them. And then I end up getting like this, where I'm like, can we just not do this every time?
Mm.
But then it always comes to my thing. I feel like a bad mom if, and it's so funny because in my childhood, it was the opposite. I was
Mm.
basically not allowed in the house all day. We
Hmm.
grew up in the country. There was a bunch of us kids. I was one of the older ones. We were like free. We were little wildings all
Yeah,
day. My older sister and I, we like reared the younger ones,
sure.
and we would be out picking berries, climbing
Yep.
trees, riding bikes, doing chores as well. But and I hated it. It's hilarious. All I wanted to do was come in and just chill and watch a movie. And it's funny because my kids will say that to me. They'll be like, "Yeah, but you even said that when you were outside all day long, you wished you could have been in the house." But it's just
Right?
so funny. It's like we're darned if we do and damned if we
Yeah.
don't. And but it's the bad mom guilt.
Right. And it's
It's
like, who's even
yeah.
holding that measure? And do we even care what that person
I
thinks? No,
know.
we
I
don't. We're
know.
making it up. And it's so fascinating
It is.
because we're great moms. And
Yes.
we're great moms. And so are all the other ones
I
because we
know.
are all doing the best we
Best that we
can
can.
in this moment.
Yeah.
Every single one of us, even the ones that we look and say, but not her. No, she's doing the best she can in this moment. Like this is
Yes.
the highest branch she can see.
That's right.
And
That is
when
true.
I
That
think
is
when I
true.
mean, and for our sweet ex-husbands, they were doing
Yes.
the best they could. They just
Yeah.
it just didn't match what I needed, what I wanted, what I desired
Yes.
going forward. I mean,
Yeah.
our whole time together, I referred to him as my prince. And
Yeah. Aw.
it, I meant it, and it
Yeah.
worked the whole time I was a
Yeah.
princess. But
Wow.
I
Yeah.
promoted myself to queen, and he was
Yeah.
not available to promote himself. So
Right.
I had
That's
to
where,
leave the
yeah.
building. Well,
Yeah.
I
Right
asked him to
on.
leave the building because I liked
Sure.
the
But
building and he didn't
details,
like the building.
details.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that when when we go against this conditioning and realize that we're creating the narrative of everything that we see, and however well informed we believe we are or not, we're making everything the meaning that everything has, we've assigned it.
Yeah. We're
So
meaning making. Yeah, for sure.
exactly. So we can
Yeah.
ask, like, what am I making this mean right now?
Yeah.
And when I know that I'm doing that introspective work and I remember that I am, in fact, the creator of my experience. So if I
Yeah.
don't like it, I I can shift. Nobody else has to change anything for me to have a
Right.
different experience.
Right.
That's on me.
Yep.
So when I take that radical responsibility,
Yep.
I remember, oh, everybody has this opportunity, whether they
Yeah.
know it or not, or choose it or not, or do or
Yep.
don't, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to make that mean anything either.
Right.
So
Right.
who cares? Good mom, bad mom. She also recently told me that her greatest childhood trauma was the month that I took her to France. Like, okay, well, you tell Oprah
Yeah.
all
Doesn't that
bad
just
mom I
exactly
am.
demonstrate what you just said? It's like in your mind, your meaning making, that was like the best, one of the better things you've given your
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah.
And in her mind, it was the most traumatic. So it's
Because
like,
there
you
were
might
no
as well.
friends. I'm like, what
Oh,
about the 2 years in an orphanage in
totally.
China? What about that? That wasn't traumatic. She's like, but she
She's
doesn't
like, I don't
remember
remember,
that.
mom.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't
Oh,
say that
yeah.
to her, but
Yeah,
I
of
was
course
like,
not. No, for sure.
okay.
Isn't that so interesting? Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. And then on that note, I love that. And I want to just, since we're
We're here.
exploring this together. Yeah. So when we have those like I'm a bad mom moments or I'm, you know, I, the beauty is, yes, the radical responsibility, reshifting. And before I can reshift, and I know you know this too, and we do this, it's that opportunity to like repair, meet
Yeah.
and be so loving and kind to that part of us that feels like a bad mom, that
Right.
feels afraid that we're not being a good mom. And what is underneath that? Is it my own, uh, sadness around when I felt unseen, maybe by my mom. I don't know. I mean, you can trace it, you can
Sure.
stay there, but the truth is it's like there's something in there that needs our attention,
For sure.
and it doesn't just require the understanding. The understanding is great. That's our human, that's what differentiates us. And we also need to to meet it, right, in the body, and
Right.
to like, just sit with it sometimes. And that can be a big learning curve, just
Sure.
learning to be present and to feel your sensations,
Mhm.
and to stay for even a minute. And, so this is where we get these, it's all a mirror, right? It's like all
Yes.
these things are always
Yep.
reflecting back where we're contracting, and I'm not saying that we're like, yay, the whole time going, oh, this is such a great opportunity and
Right.
invitation. Heck no. When we're in it, we're like, what the F? Like,
Yes,
why am I
totally.
experiencing this for the 500,000th time?
Right.
But at the
Yep.
same time, when we start to get that co-creation
Yeah.
perspective, that expansion, yes, perspective more and more, we also are allowing ourselves each time to maybe stay a minute longer, or
Yes.
to be a little
Yes.
kinder. And each time, these tiny little practices, this is what creates this change, right?
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
is the showing up. This is the
Yes.
in real life, in the middle of our messy lives,
Yes. Yes. And that awareness is so key. And
Yeah.
then, as you said, holding that space for ourselves, doing somatic work, like
Yeah.
deep breathing, being and being with it. Because again, like we said earlier, the vibration of the question and the vibration of the answer are not the same. So this is
Yeah.
definitely like I am in the energy of the question right now. And
Yes.
I'm
Right. I love that.
and
Yes.
I'm also like able to I feel like I'm having an out of body experience when that's happening because it's
Oh,
like
big
I
time.
know better. Why are you
Yeah.
yelling? Like what why did those words like I remember actually prior to that I was already on a screen bent, of course.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
law of attraction, right? So I was looking at her downstairs and she had the TV on and had the iPad on her lap, like
Yeah.
she's
Like my children.
doing
Yeah.
whatever, thank
Yeah.
you, drawing and whatever she's doing.
Totally.
I don't, who knows?
Double fisting with their
Exactly,
devices. Totally.
exactly. And I looked at her and I had a realization, like I thought, ooh, this is fascinating that I'm so triggered by this.
Yeah.
And I'm really like I want to think like I'm coaching myself
Yeah.
at well, it can't be the same time, but like
But
milliseconds
sorta.
later,
Yeah. Yeah.
out of my mouth, the words fly, too many screens, too many
Yeah.
screens. And I was like, wait, didn't weren't we just doing the work? Like I was just there with you, Wendy.
Right.
Like we were you were thinking, ooh, that's fascinating. Ooh, I'm triggered. And then like someone from the back just
Yep.
yelled out too many.
Totally.
I was like,
Too many
wait,
screens.
I thought we were doing the like it's so
You're fully, yeah, you're like at two places at once.
yes.
You're
And it
cognizant
even
that you have
surprised
the
me.
ability to zoom, but you're still in it. You're still
Yeah.
reflexive. You're doing both. Yeah.
Right. And so then I
Yeah.
was like, whew. And so she just turned off one of the screens.
Yeah.
And I looked at her later. I was like, honey, you're still on the screen? She's like, oh, I thought you said I had too many. So I just turned one off. I'm like, of course you did, because you're just
Yeah.
listening to my crazy ass words, not knowing
Yeah. Not
all
not
like I've
analyzing your
had.
entire like
Right.
system.
I had a
Yeah.
3 hour conversation on the
Right.
inside. So you should be
Right.
knowing like
All
that
the
meant
bubbles
put
over your
everything
head.
down
Yeah.
and go pull the weeds. Like,
Exactly. I know. I
oh
know.
my gosh,
Yeah.
it is no joke. And
Yeah.
I'm not interested in doing it any other way. I'm
That's
so
right.
grateful
Yeah.
to have created an environment that I can witness
Yes.
my own expansion in real time
Yes.
and that I
Beautiful.
can loop her in and
Yes.
because we have this awareness, like you said, we're holding space, like you said, and we have tools to bring us to the energy of the solution.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a tool that doesn't, but I will say the majority of the tools that I know don't encourage us to go faster. They're all about
Correct.
slow down,
So true.
take a beat,
So
count to
true.
10, take a breath. Like,
Yep.
what are five things that I see? What are four
Yep.
things I hear? What are three things I smell? Like,
Absolutely.
all of these things that are like, that bring us back to focus, bring us back to present,
Yeah.
bring us back to, okay,
Yeah.
okay, who do I, which of the many choices do I want to be
Yeah.
in my next response? And
Yes.
how am I moving up the emotional scale in this? If I am feeling frustrated, how can I just move up to pessimism, which feels better than
Yeah.
frustration? How can I move up
Right.
to it's
Yeah.
fine, it's fine. What do I, it doesn't matter. Like that feels better than
It does.
frustration.
It
So
does.
it's not about being pissed and then just going, oh, no, I should be joyful. I'm just going to jump
Right.
to joy. That's too big of a leap. But
Yes.
slowing down
Tiny.
and just
Yeah.
reaching for the better feeling thought.
Yeah.
Okay, is she a terrible human? No. Is
Right.
she like really good at drawing on her iPad? Yes. That probably happens from all the hours that she draws on her iPad.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Is she going to have trouble in her adult job? Probably not, because if the
Probably not.
workforce
Yeah.
doesn't shift its understanding for this entire generation of screen loving people, they're going to just make up their own jobs.
Yes. Yeah, and it requires that. What you're demonstrating is exactly what I say. It's like the deconstruction that we do with ourself, the process, but this starts to happen in like micro moments. It's not like this
Exactly.
really it's not really taking this long.
Right. It takes
So
longer to say what's
when
happening,
I
yeah, than to
describe it
do
to
it.
like clients or the thing that I do when I'm in the moments, but in reality this is happening warp speed in your brain. That's all the bubbles, right? And so it's sort of, we do this combo of deconstructing so that we can reframe a little in that moment. But we also sort of in the moment, like you said, most things ask us to slow down. So that's where the other part comes in, where you can also sort of be like, okay, I reframed a little and I'm going to just allow myself to just sort of like let my body like our frame gets narrow, so it's almost like it's the nurse in me, because I was a nurse for a long time and I worked in cardiology, and I think of how when our blood pressure goes up, they give you vasodilators to open your arteries so that the blood pressure goes down. You open up the passage and then there's less pressure, and it's sort of like we get all narrowed and activated, and so we need to sort of just like let our body like relax and vasodilate so that we can bring the pressure down.
Right.
Yesterday I was almost home, and my kids, we had been out to the beach for a couple hours with the dogs. It was really fun. We
What
had
a
a great
good
little
mom.
adventure. Yeah,
Good
it was
mom
great.
move
Took the
right
camper
there.
van and we went out, we walked, we bought
Instagram worthy mom right
yeah, I was
there.
thinking today I should have taken I haven't been in the van in so long with my kid, all of us with the two
Yeah.
dogs, both kids. I was wishing I had just taken a photo of all of us just for me,
So
but I'm
sweet.
really bad about documenting stuff often. But
It's okay.
anyway,
Just did, and this is recorded. So there you
yeah. And so on the way home, though, like 5 minutes away, they're like at each other's throats about, you told me you were going to play and now you're just, and so, but it was escalating, and my own body was like, I wanted to like, and so I was like, how about this? I go, guys, I think it's obvious that like continuing to talk at each other is not working. I said, how about for the last, we were literally 3 to 5 minutes from home. I go, until we get home, how about do not speak to each other, give each other space. I'm going to and when we get home, Mom is going to take care of this. Okay. Give it to me. I can't deal with it right this minute. I'm driving. And as soon as we walked in the door, my son goes, "I'm sorry, Lucy, about what happened in the car." And she goes, "Oh, it's okay." And I'd forgotten about it and they just worked it out. And, it was like a perfect example of like, that was a good mom moment. That was like, yay, it worked. And I
Right.
was thinking, and I should do that more for
Totally.
myself, or
Totally.
not, I don't like to should on myself, but I thought, and this is a perfect
Right.
example of what I
Well,
can also do for myself more.
we
Give
teach what
myself
we need to
5
learn.
minutes. Yes. Like give myself a timeout. Let the calm just come through
Right.
just sitting or maybe breathing with a little awareness or shaking out my hands or
I
whatever,
like that. I like that time out isn't a punishment, it's a gift.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just bring it
I
down.
really love that. I really love that.
Yeah.
And what your daughter said in response is interesting, and I'm just going to mention it because it's something that in my parenting that I wanted to break a habit of when someone apologizes, the other person says that's okay.
Yeah.
So we say thank you
Yes. This
because
is
it's not
great.
okay. Like if it was okay,
You're
why do I have to
right.
apologize?
Yes, that
But
is
it's not.
great.
But I want to acknowledge
That you're
your
taking accountability, that you're saying
and you
sorry.
want to repair,
Yeah, you're being
right?
caring about my feelings. That's
Mhm.
huge,
And I found that because not only was that my habit, but also, when you're parenting and they're young and you hand them something and then you say, "Thank you, mom." And then they
Yeah.
say, "Thank you, mom." And,
Yes.
they have this, yes, 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 please. Yes,
Yep.
please. Like
That's
all
right.
this repetitive.
It's a
And then
perfect
I would
opportunity.
say, "Sorry, mom." And she would say, "Sorry, mom." And then I would say, "That's okay." And then she like made a face. And I was
Interesting.
like, ooh,
Interesting. He's
not
like, well,
okay.
why is that
Thank
okay?
you.
So
Thank you.
good. Such a
Thank
reflexive thing
you.
that we
Oh,
all do for our entire lives. We think, isn't that interesting? That's
hmm.
okay. Such a toxic
Condition.
patriarchal
I know.
condition. I hate to be like, I feel like I'm always like, that's toxic patriarchy. I
That's
become
it.
like
And it's
the monitor,
subversive.
but
Well,
so
well, I mean,
interesting.
I appreciate you monitoring it
Yeah,
because,
we need
and,
to.
and all
We
the
need to. Yeah.
people rolling their eyes about you monitoring,
Yeah.
also toxic
Yeah.
patriarchy.
Big time. Big time.
There
And
you
and
go.
and that's part of the learning too, is like we can also be okay that not everybody, that we don't land with everybody. It's totally cool with me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And
because yeah,
that's huge
that's
because that's
exhausting.
like the biggest thing. Oh,
I
it's just
spent
too
the first 50
exhausting.
years of my life trying to make
Yeah.
sure everybody liked me.
And that's, yeah, right, ditto. And that's also the one of the beauties of this phase. I know we're both midlife,
Yeah.
but also with young children, so I love that we have this in common.
Aw,
I forgot that was something we bonded on the first time.
yes.
It's so true, because I find more and more when I'm hearing to stuff, listening to stuff about perimenopause or menopause, which is my life these days, and I'm
Yes.
living it,
Same.
but it's everybody refers to, and your kids are gone, and I'm like, mine aren't. Mine are
Right.
upstairs, like, so
Right. I
it's,
was raising a toddler
yeah,
while I
right.
was in perimenopause.
Yeah. It's
Ooh,
like
I
two life
feel
phases
you.
mixed into one.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so, and back to the monitoring, and you said the it's okay, noticing that it's okay. Oh, that was I'm trying to track. So the
Yeah.
one of the beauties about menopause, though, as we know, and and I just heard recently from this sort of Eastern medicine perspective of like, all these processes and organs and blood and this and hormones and all the things that we are doing to support and create and have the opportunity to build life and to give and to cultivate and all these grow and all these things. Suddenly all that energy is like, nope, we just get to use that energy. And so this shift,
This
this
is
time in
true.
our life, one of the things we notice is like, we don't,
Yeah.
our level of caring what other people think about us, it just
Mhm.
naturally goes way down. It's not just timing, like, okay, I've been alive for 5 decades, so I finally
Right.
figured this out. It's actually like physiological and like
Yes.
ancestral and
Oh, it's
energetic, and it's
gorgeous.
all the things. I really
Yeah.
feel that,
Oh,
you
I just
know?
heard from someone, they said she's in her 60s. And she said, Wendy, I know you've said before, like your 50s and you give no F's, like it's so
Yeah,
great. Here's the thing about being in your 60s, you have no F's to give about the fact that you have no F's to give.
I love
Like
it.
it's like
It
you
just
don't
keeps,
care that you
yeah,
don't care.
it's great.
Oh, that's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, because it is a learning curve. It's not like we
Mhm.
just suddenly go, "Oh, I don't
Right.
care anymore." Yay. No,
No.
it comes into our awareness that we don't have
Mhm.
to say it's okay when people
Yeah.
apologize. And then we learn that we don't have to spin if somebody's looking at us in a way that maybe we are interpreting as negative. So we start learning little by little, but it's the repetition, like anything, right? And
Right.
living it in our bodies and being okay with so that makes sense by the time we get to our 60s, that we've progressed to the point where it's like it just gets more, it's
Yeah.
exponential,
It's
right?
what you said about repetition, I think is so great too. I've
Yeah,
recently, well, for a very long time, I have been saying how I need to exercise. My
yeah,
life is very active,
sure.
and that has always been enough. And
Yes.
it's no
And
longer
things
enough. And
change. I
I'm
feel you,
very
sister.
irritated about
Changes.
that.
Yep.
I'm very
Yeah.
irritated about that.
Yes.
And
It's a
so
grief. It's a
oh,
grief in and of itself when your body
yeah.
just suddenly
And
is an
I will,
alien.
right. I'm like, what? And are there more hours in my day to do said
Yeah, no.
exercise? Because
I
I don't
know.
know where. So I
Yeah.
bought a rowing machine
Wow.
and I know, right. And then
Awesome.
after a few months, I took it out of the box
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I set up said rower. And
Okay.
then it looks so great in this space.
Yeah.
I mean, and probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months.
Yeah.
It's there completely unused. And
Yeah.
knowing that I'm only home for 9 days in between this, and I had a birthday while I was away the first time. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the damn thing. Like, this is ridiculous. It's in my bedroom. Like, there are
Yeah.
no excuses. This is, and yeah,
Right.
whatever, it's 100 degrees, but okay. That's the one little excuse. But you're about to get
Right.
sweaty. So who cares if you're
Right.
already sweaty?
It's
Anyway,
Bikram rowing. It's more
yeah,
detoxifying.
exactly.
You're
Exactly.
gonna get like double
Right?
the purge of toxins and
Yes, and I had to give myself permission to, it's okay to waste a great blowout because I had just had my,
yes,
that, like
your
I
hair
have
looks, it
all the
still looks
excuses
fabulous.
of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
why
No, we
I
do.
can't get on this dumb thing.
Yeah,
So I do it and I'm
yeah,
so proud of myself.
yeah,
And then I'm walking down the stairs later and my legs hurt. And then I was
yeah.
like, ooh. And
Ooh.
then I laughed at something and my stomach muscles hurt. I was like, oh, now you can't
Oh,
get me on that thing fast enough. Because now, like, the
yes.
repetition can sound like, gosh, like consistency can sound
Right.
like, oh my gosh, I have to do this forever. But something, at least in my brain, I can do something hard, but once I see a result,
Oh, big
a
time.
desired result, that's not hard. Like 4:45,
Absolutely.
that's not early in the morning because
Yeah.
I've seen the result of my morning practice.
Yep.
So I don't want to hit the snooze button. I don't want to miss a
That's
minute.
right. That's
And
right.
now I'm like, ooh, okay. I gotta buy a rower in France now because
I love it.
I'm like, whatever. I've been doing it for
Yeah.
6 days and now
Right on.
I'm a rowing
Now you're a rowing
influencer or
influencer. I
whatever.
love
Like I'm
it. A
not an influencer, but
spokesperson,
what?
an
Yeah,
affiliate, an
affiliate.
affiliate.
Thank you. I'm
You're going
like,
to
what's
get
that
like a
word?
contract.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it. But you know what? Again, I love your points. That's so true because yes, like I always say, the work is never done. And that sounds awful. Like, oh God, it's going to be
It's gonna
work
take
always.
forever.
But it's not really work. It's just that term is sort of a good term. But
Yeah.
the truth, you're so right. It's like, the feedback loop of the positives, and we're all motivation driven. That's why quitting something without being truly internally pumped about what is going to come in your life
Yes.
from letting go of that thing.
Right.
You can't let go of something if it's out of being shoulded
Right.
or feeling guilty, or
Mhm.
it's bad for you if you still really desire it. And it's the same with exercise. It's like, so for you, feeling your muscles, yeah, I get it. It's like, and you don't have to do much. That's the beauty. You can do
Right.
20 minutes or 15 or 5 to start,
Yeah.
And yeah, so I agree. The repetition becomes more possibility filled,
Mhm.
and it also can shift, right?
Yes.
Like you can mix it up. It's not like maybe in a year you'll get tired of rowing and you'll get into
Right.
something else.
Right.
But you trust that you're building this muscle of a
Exactly.
baseline, that you're someone who exercises every
Right.
day, that you have a
Right.
work, that's what you're building, right?
Yes. And
Yeah.
the energy bump
Yeah.
from feeling, it's already
Yeah.
doing something. It's already
Oh
working.
yeah.
It's all,
It's
like all, I
great.
mean, that's the energy of the result you want.
Yes.
Because, like you were saying,
Right.
if you're quitting something, but your energy's not matching, like
Yep.
you're not making a decision, you're,
Right.
I don't know what you would call it. Like you're just default that if you feel great eating ice cream,
Yeah. It's going to be
then
really hard to
it's
stop.
it's gonna be, but I think it's gonna have a good effect on you because you feel
Probably.
great. And
It's probably going to have a very
if
different
you're
effect.
mad while
Yep.
you're eating salad because you want ice
Totally.
cream, it's not gonna have the
Oh
result that
yeah.
you want. If
For
you
sure.
are frustrated because you really want to go play outside, but you have to send an email, that
Yeah.
email, like, forget it. If you're trying to sell something in
Yeah.
that
Don't
email,
bother.
do
Don't
not
bother.
bother. Like, you
Yeah.
cannot create abundance from lack. So,
Yes.
having your energy in a good place, completely off the subject of the thing, even
Yeah.
will
Yeah. Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a beneficial effect. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I did it for 30
Absolutely.
minutes and my muscles
Yeah.
hurt. Do like
Amazing.
all of a sudden, like all my clothes fit again? Maybe not. But who knows? But it doesn't, like, I'm not here for someone to poke holes in my experience. I am here to
Right.
say, for me, that shift changed everything about
That's
how
right.
I feel about that former piece of furniture that is now
Yeah.
in action. And it feels good, and my pants fit better. And I
Yep.
did it with my mind. It's so
I
good.
get it. I 100% agree. It's amazing, the power,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's great. No, I'll share this real quick. Just because we're talking about sort of like exercise, a
Yeah.
practice thing. I have struggled for years with like sticking with a morning practice. And yet
Okay.
I know how much it benefits me. Right. And so what I do now is, and I have been doing for a long time, and it just totally works for me. Because I tried the thing where you like wake up and before you get your coffee, you try to like meditate. I fall back to sleep. I've tried all the things. So I decided, you know what? My morning practice sometimes won't even be in the morning. It depends on the day. I gave myself that freedom. And what I do is my class that I teach, it's called Bend and Breathe. And I do teach this as a class, but I created this for my own just doing it in my life. And it literally can be one track or it could be 7, but there's this is part of it, is you've created this playlist ahead of time, or at least identified it's not just any song on the radio. Okay.
Right.
This is part of my thing, is I choose the music and I put my headphones on. I don't just listen on a speaker. It's very different.
Right.
I don't just listen with one. I put
Yeah.
on my headphones and I allow myself total privacy and space. And, like this morning, I come down, my kids are still sleeping. I'm up at 6. I'm up pretty early. And I have my coffee because I like to sometimes maybe have it near, or maybe I've already had it. It just depends on the morning. I don't
Right.
stress about it. I give
Right.
myself space. And then some days I might just have a time for one or two tracks. Sometimes I have an hour, but I just allow myself to move and breathe. And I sing and I make
Mm.
sound, and that's, I sometimes I'm on my yoga mat, sometimes I'm moving more. And that's not my whole exercise for the day, not at all. I mean, I try to like get a little, then I go and jog like not long, 20 minutes, I do really little increments, but
Right.
this is all to illustrate that I give myself so much grace within my practice
Mhm.
parameters, because when I didn't do that, I just didn't do it at all. And
Well,
so
right.
now I love it. I look forward to, oh, yay, in the morning, I get to go into my space. And sometimes it's only 5 minutes or 15,
Yeah.
but I still get it in.
Yeah.
And and then so
I
it's
love
sort
that.
of,
And that is a morning practice, and it
it
does
is.
happen in the
Yeah,
morning. That's great. And
most
I
of the time.
brush my teeth and drink coffee before I meditate.
Yeah. Yeah. You make it yours. You
Yeah.
personalize it.
Right.
We're all
And
so
it's
used to
working.
outsourcing for
Yeah.
everything. Like,
Yep.
oh, that, and I mean, I have a program. I get it. Like, I want people to come and do my program.
Right.
Obviously, there's value in that.
Right.
And, and so much of what we choose to shape our lives, it's because they are our lives. It is my life, and it's going to look different than your life,
Right.
Wendy, right?
Right.
And so part of the beauty of learning ourselves again, remembering, is, oh, what fills my cup? What
Exactly.
makes me feel safe? And there's also agency in that, right? And going,
Mhm.
oh, I don't have to get up and before I have my coffee, do it like that guy said to do it. I can do
Right.
it like I enjoy it,
Yes. Yes.
So
Because
that's
that's
really
going to
big.
have the desired result.
Yes, right.
Yes. Okay. So tell me
Yeah.
about this program.
Oh yeah. Sorry, not to I
No,
just
I want
was
to
using
know.
it as an example. No,
Yeah.
thank
No,
you.
but it's
Because
great.
I talk a lot about not outsourcing. So one of my main things is, I think that it's sort of I wish I'd known sooner in life
Mhm.
that I didn't need to wait for somebody
Right.
outside of me, like whether it's a
Yep.
doctor, a therapist, a drug, a retreat, whatever. And I love all those things because it
Yep.
takes a village.
Yep.
And I wish I had known that the most important relationship that you'll ever have in your life is this one with
Yep.
ourself, right?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, so I do have a program. It's called Reclaim, and
Mm.
it's right now it's one-on-one until I get like really, I want to do one-on-one clients for a while. I'll
Sure.
probably never stop, but I want to do at least till I know that I can run a group and
Right.
still deliver and meet, even in a group setting, that transformation. But I work with women who are living their hardest seasons. I had
Mm.
my own very prolonged, profound, hard season. And so I learned a lot. And I feel that my own medicine, my own greatest gifts were birthed through that. And
Mm.
so I work with women who are living their own hardest seasons, and we learn how to return to ourselves in real time. And we do that through somatics, breath work, and other somatics, but primarily breath work, and just learning to feel again, learning to stay and use the breath. I use sound a lot, the voice. I'm not
Mm.
a singer, but I sing all the time now, and I love chanting, and it's not religious, it's not spiritual, it's a way to move energy and to connect
Mm.
and to express and to so I do somatics, but it's a lot of mindset work as well. I worked as a nurse for 20 years, and I worked in mental health, and I'm also 54, so I have a lot of life experience, so it's a combo of uh, you know, we do use the mind. We work a lot with mindset and recognition and reframing very intentionally. And we work with bringing the body experience with it. So
Mm,
we're not just getting so understanding, but then we're forgetting that we also need to to bring the nervous system and our body to it's almost like a slow recalibration of learning
right.
what's safe again, right? And that takes time, and it's trauma informed. My work is very trauma informed. I have a lot of personal, I think I have complex PTSD. I've never been diagnosed, had
Mm,
it. I don't think it's, I think I had it.
sure.
Um, lot from early life, and then a lot in the last decade. So I get the levels of, I mean, it took me probably 6 months before I even could understand how to like breathe. Like I stuck with,
Yeah.
I did a program, a facilitator program, and I felt nothing for 3 months. It was a quick one. And then I signed up for another one that was like
Yeah.
basically a 2-year program. And I,
Right.
I did it, and it took me a long time. I would feel nothing. But I stuck with it. And I don't know, I just had a whisper. I knew,
Right.
my body knew that it needed a way to finally feel and be safe, and everybody's path is different. I think like I tried EMDR first. That didn't really work for me. I think you find your way. That's part
Right.
of the returning to yourself
Yeah.
is, is it's not a one size fits all. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. But anyway, so that's my
I
program.
love it. I
Yeah, but
love it.
I also teach, my heart is bend and breathe. I teach that
Yeah.
online every Friday.
Oh,
I
amazing.
have brick and mortar. I'd love for you to join. I'll send you the link. You can
Fun.
hop
Yes.
in
Do you mind if
anytime.
we can we
I'll
put the
share
link
it. Of
in
course. Yeah.
the notes here? That'll be
Yep,
so great.
absolutely. And the first class is complimentary. If anybody wants to try it,
Wonderful.
you just have to sign up through the link, just answer a
Yep.
couple basic questions. And yeah, you can have a first complimentary class. You can always have complimentary classes. To be honest, I have a huge group that it's not a huge group. It's the large majority of the people that come are
Right.
people that I just provide the link to. I don't really
Right.
care.
That's so great.
This is my way that I can love on people, really.
Right.
And people can get to know me, and if they want to work with me as a coach, they can
That's
pay me money
perfect.
there. That's sort of how
Right.
I see it. It's not,
Yep.
so I'm really generous with my class, and I love it. It's bend
Yes.
and breathe. So I'll share it, and it's an hour. It's great music. I create a
Yeah.
playlist every week. I take you through activation. We move our bodies, then we play with sound and movement. You can be off camera, you're muted, so you have as much privacy as you
Right.
want. And then we do a guided breath work. We work with sometimes we play with percussion, just even if it's just a shaker. It's really about spending an hour with yourself
Yeah.
exploring, and it's
Right.
fun. and
Yeah.
and I do this in real life. Like, for example, the other day I was on a little tiny jog, because my jogs are tiny, they're like 2 miles. And I was really having a lot of emotion for a couple days.
Mm,
I was really aware of it, and I felt like I needed to cry. I could tell it was coming, which happens when I jog. I think it's
yeah.
the movement, it's the
Mm,
repetitive movement.
that's
I think I feel
amazing.
safe. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
EMDR is all about like, there's
Okay.
something about, we create this like safety, and then we've got energy going. So emotions are energy in motion, right? So
Right.
sometimes they come. And
Yeah.
so, but what I do now is I go, oh, here comes one. And I look and I see this little area with trees and kind of a safe space where I'm not going to be like out in the middle of everyone, and
Right.
I just moved over, and I just allowed myself to sort of put my stuff, put my phone down that had my music, and I just sort of stretched, and it sort of looks like Tai Chi, or, it's
Right.
just movement. And I'm tuning in, I'm not looking around. I'm tuning in.
Yeah.
My eyes are not closed because I'm in the world, but
Right.
I'm still tuning in, and listening to these songs that I've chosen that I love, and whoo, boy, do tears come. And it's
Mm,
sometimes it's full on like grief, and I don't even know why, and that's okay.
mm,
You don't have to understand it when you're in it, but it comes. And I stay though. I stay with the breath. I keep returning to the breath. I return to my felt sensations. And I love on myself. In my mind, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay that you feel sad. Let it out. It's
Right.
okay, honey. It's like I'm parenting myself.
Yeah.
So this is bend and breathe. And this is like,
Mhm.
yes, the coaching is amazing. I love coaching. I love
Right.
it, love it. It's amazing. That's how I pay the bills for the time
Yeah.
being. But bend and breathe is like that's the heart of me, you know. So I would love to invite you to
Beautiful.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so
and it's
excited.
yeah. So it's fun. It's like we get to heal and grow and meet ourselves, and it doesn't have to be all heavy and horrible.
Right.
It can be like unraveling and beautiful and whimsical and joyous and heavy, and it can be all the things.
Ah,
um
oh, that's so
yeah,
gorgeous. And what a
yeah,
gift to create such a safe space to do that. That's so beautiful. Yay. Well, thank you for telling me about it. And
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
for
yeah.
this time. This is
Yes,
so
of
fun. And
course,
the
it was so
hours with
fun.
you fly
I know I could
by.
spend hours with you. I
So
know. What time?
fun.
Yeah. Now,
But
do you want
we'll,
me to save? Pardon me. I didn't mean to
yeah, no,
interrupt you.
we'll link
Do
all
it
of
after.
that in the,
Perfect. I don't need
yeah.
to do it
So
right the second
no,
after.
just send me an
Great.
email and I'll
I'm
add it
so
to the
tech
notes.
like
And
challenged at times. I'm like, do I have to
yeah,
do that right now? Like,
no, 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 no.
cool.
I'll just add it
Yeah.
to the description. And
Amazing.
it's gonna go straight to YouTube. So hooray,
Yeah.
hooray.
Amazing. Yeah. No, this
Thank
is so
you so
nice. I
much.
loved
This
it.
was
I had such a
really
great
fun.
time. It really was. And you have an amazing last couple of days.
I will.
Your blowout still looks stunning.
This is actually my own hair. I
Oh
did
my,
this
you have
myself
gorgeous
this
hair. You're
morning. Thank
inspiring me to
you.
grow my hair long. So my hair
Thank
is like to
you.
here
Okay.
finally. It was short pixie for like 2 years, so it takes
Right.
forever. But in my
It
mind, I
does.
was like, oh, I'll stop around here. But seeing you, I'm
Thank
like,
you.
oh, you are so inspiring me right now.
Thank you. Well,
It looks
Amelia is
so
the one.
good.
Amelia told me that I should grow it out.
My kids want me to grow my hair long too. Isn't that
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting? They must
So
know something.
yeah,
Well,
I'm here
you
for
look
it.
very feminine, very
Thank
divine,
you.
flowy,
Thank
ethereal,
you.
like
Thank
this
you.
goddess vibe. So maybe that's why the kids are like, Mama, be your
Love
goddess
it.
self. Yeah.
Yes,
They're
I
like, I
will
want my
be my
mama
goddess
goddess.
self. Awesome. Thank you, Queen. This was so
Thank you,
fun. Oh my
Queen.
gosh.
So
Okay.
fun.
I cannot wait till next
So
time.
much love to you. We'll
And
be in
you.
touch. All right.
Yes,
You
I'll
take
be
good care.
info. All right, you
Okay.
too, honey. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.